Hello everyone, it's Michael from Trading Institutional Order Flow thread on Forex Factory. I hope you're all well and trading well. It's time for a new video. I thought I'd do one on top-down analysis again because I got a lot of feedback on the last video, which was on top-down analysis. And it's a concept that is very dear to my heart because it's something that I've particularly specialized and focused on in my approach to supply and demand trading. First off, a big thank you to all of you who've started contributing on the thread. It's very useful to be able to converse with you and share ideas. It's a community. We're built on respect and mutual cooperation. There are a lot of you who've been contacting me, and I've been really humbled by the interest in supply and demand trading that the thread is generating. It is a free thread. There's lots of information, useful information. In fact, quite a lot of it on the thread already now. There's other stuff. There's deeper stuff that isn't on the thread. That obviously, it can't be put on the thread for obvious reasons. But it's the information on there is way more than enough to get anyone started in supply and demand trading. So thank you all for contributing. I wanted to do a couple of analyses really just on top-down analysis and the way that I do it. It's important to me, quite important to me in making decisions. And we'll start with the dollar because I think one of my new members on the thread has posted a chart which is pretty good. It shows a level of understanding of the top-down analysis for the dollar. Just a few points that I wanted to make on it. As you know, these are the levels that I've had in since we've been speaking. I mean, you could draw this level to include this candle as well, but it really doesn't matter that much. You could leave it like that, but these are the two main areas. We're still waiting for the month of October to close for us to see if there will be a level created here, but for now we're deep into the supply that we've been looking at. So this is an area where obviously we do not want to be doing any buying of the US dollar. We want to exit any longs that we may have taken from below, which already will be in profit obviously, and then also if the opportunities arise, begin to start looking for shorting opportunities. For now, definitely the US dollar is on our do not buy list for the guys on the round table as well. So if you look at it on the weekly, these are the areas that we're dealing with. We now have a demand zone created down here, and we're right into supply, and there's beginning to be some evidence here that people are beginning to sell the dollar and are finding these price levels too high to be buying, which as a supply and demand trader, you saw this coming already. So because these levels you've had in marked for a while, it'll be important to see if prices can hold here and begin to fall down, or will they just base and then go through it. But for definite, not at price levels that we want to be participating on the buy side. And as you can see on the daily again, we've created this demand zone. Now these are the ways that I draw the zones. These are the accurate ways of drawing those zones. It's a skill that is taught, and there are reasons why the lines are put the way they are put. So we have this supply zone up above here that is what price is hitting. So we have price hitting weekly, monthly, daily supply. Definitely not an area where we want to be on the buy side of things. So this is the picture of the dollar, which obviously will affect the picture for the majors, which are all paired against the US dollar, the euro in particular, the yen, even the Swedish krona. So that's the dollar view. Just a quick one there for Ajay. And the next one I wanted to look at was the New Zealand CHF, I believe, which is one that is on the radar now because we are in big picture supply. So the issue with selling now, which obviously we say, okay, you're in big picture supply. Again, it's not to buy, but can you sell? The issue is selling is that as prices were going in there, we had a little pocket of demand created here, which is I think more visible on the weekly chart, but it was created down in here, which I had marked with my yellow box. And then obviously we have the bigger area down in here. So again, these are the areas that we're looking at for the New Zealand CHF, not at an area where you want to be um, buying at. We've seen that the buyers have come in again when prices pulled back down into this level. You can see the wick there. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out, which side is going to win. One side will win, whether it's buyers or sellers, and then we'll be looking to join the winning side at some point. So here is the view of the weekly. You can see the weekly demand that has been holding price down, preventing it from falling further, and it's now rallied a couple of weeks out of that area. We still have this big supply zone above, which has hardly been tested. It's been tested a couple of times at least, so it's weaker by definition, but it hasn't been broken yet. So it's a very tight range that we're in. We haven't really seen enough evidence of selling yet, or actually the removal of any significant demand zone. So that's why it's difficult to sell right now for me, the way that I use the methodology. Obviously there are lots of supply and demand traders that are just trading this range, but the way that I use the methodology, I watch. I'm on the watching side right now, not doing anything on this pair, but it's one that is definitely on my watch list. And on the daily view, you'll see that we have had a break like so, and we're now left with some buying down in here as well. There isn't anything in terms of significant supply visible right now where price is. Remember, we have that weekly above us, which is somewhere here. Prices have still have a little bit of room to go to get to all of that area. I mean, this is not an excellent picture. It's one to bear in mind that it is more a weekly view. But if you wanted to say, okay, these are the, again, you're not in an area where it's ideal to actually participate. Will it go up? Will it go down? But it's one to keep on your watch list to see. So that's the top-down analysis for the dollar and the New Zealand Swiss. I just wanted to make that quick video to again give you an example of what top-down analysis looks like. Now the decision to trade requires a few more parts in terms of entries and how you enter, how you place your stop loss, which is very important. Placing the stop loss, it's not something that is easily explained in a video, but the methodology has a way of placing it, and many supply and demand traders have ways of placing it. You don't want to be placing stops where you're just setting yourself up to be stopped out, but you don't want to be placing them, all the way over here, for example. That's doesn't make any sense either, just based on the mechanics of supply and demand. So I hope that helps. Thank you for again contributing on the thread and putting your ideas forth in a respectful manner. I really appreciate the spirit of the thread. Keep them coming, and hopefully we will be doing another webinar soon if there's enough interest. Otherwise we'll just continue posting on the thread. Alright, thank you guys. Have a good weekend, I guess. All the best.